Welcome back to the Lindgren podcast. I'm Jinx. I don't know. I'm Evan. This is Sam. Aiden, not here. Obviously, I don't know where he is.
I hit him with my car.
Sam hit him with his car. Unfortunately,
I can't even drive him.
Sam hit.
Somebody please buy me a new car. I want a car so bad. Just please.
Buy Sam a car so we can hit Aiden with it. I don't know. I think it's what he was asking. I'm not certain.
I just want to hit people in general.
Okay.
Anyways, sorry, DMV.
Okay, well, interesting. We have a lot to talk about besides Sam hitting people with cars. So let's get started. First things first, player of the week this week is the new points leader for the National Hockey League, or at least tied for first.
It's gonna be Austin Matthews again, guys.
He only has like 60. He's not gonna get it, but Pros is doing about the same. Anyways, so do you know who it is, Sam?
It's Nikita Kucherov.
It's Nikita Kucherov of the Tampa Bay Lightning.
12
points in the last 4 games.
12 points in the last 4 games.
He's doing, yeah. Can't talk. I'm tired. Help.
I don't care.
Anyways, team of the week.
I'm podcasting it.
Team of the week is a team that is one of the Stanley Cup favorites, Dallas Stars.
Oh my God! The Dallas Stars are in the Stanley Cup!
Oh, Cap scored. This is I think the first time I'm not 100%, but I think the first time that a team has gotten team of the week twice in a row. Because they got it last week too, if I remember correctly. Or did they? Sam, you remember who got it? Ovi scored! As we recorded
Ovi goal!
I just have to check. Ovechkin just scored. 5 goals to go. 5 goals to go. Holy. So I was just about to talk about that, actually. On to the next subject. Who cares about the Stars? Alexander Ovechkin is now 5 goals away from passing Wayne Gretzky. I can count that on one hand. Which is awesome.
I can also hold my phone with one hand.
He has 5 goals in remaining 9 games, assuming he doesn't score another one this game. But yeah. So I'm very happy about that. Anyways, how do you feel about how the Leafs have been doing recently?
Not so good.
You guys are basically in a 3-way tie with the Lightning and Panthers for the division.
Yeah, but the thing is, they've been last week. I'm disappointed that we didn't get team of the week because it would have been great if we got our captain and our team, but that would have sucked because we didn't. Anyways, we beat the Kings this week. I know that, which is good. It was 3-1.
You guys beat the Kings. You lost to the Sharks and beat the Flyers.
7-2.
You scored a touchdown against Philly, though, so that's at least decent.
Easy. All right. So how did we lose to the Sharks? Well, I guess this makes up for your team losing to the Sharks.
Yeah, fair enough. We lost to the Ducks. No, we didn't. I'm going insane. Well, nah. Oh, whoa.
Nah.
Well, I mean, giving up 35 shots on goal to the Sharks probably doesn't help, but you also 20 penalty minutes.
We have the same amount of shots on goal.
Yeah, 20 penalty minutes, though, Sam.
We had 10.
You also had 20 penalty minutes. And
we had way better face-off, though.
Matthews is a really good face-off. Matthews on the season has 57.9 face-off percentage. It's very good. Obviously. Who's first?
Frame per second.
That's random.
Get off your phone.
Anyways, so I'll check that later. So I'm okay that the Caps have done. We won. Actually lost. I'm not that happy with it. Though, mind you, excuse is that we're making sure we don't win the President's Trophy.
Why don't we want the President's Trophy?
It's bad luck.
Okay.
So that's my excuse, even though it's a stupid one, and Logan Thompson's just playing badly this past game. But anyway, we're currently we just given up 6 goals to the Sabres at home, so I'm not happy about that. But yes, exactly.
Evan right now. That's literally him.
Not that.
Literally him. You're literally
Anyways, predictions last week. We did terribly. Aiden went 2-7. Sam went 3-6, and I went 4-5. And that was the best.
Okay.
So yeah, it didn't go well. I don't think any of us expected the Sharks to beat the Leafs. So, and we all predicted the Caps to beat the Jets and Wild for some reason, which they both lost. So yeah, it didn't go the best. I need a pencil, Sam. Where's the pencil?
Throw them at the camera.
Okay.
My bad, camera.
But yeah, it's not optimal by any means. However,
the line is not optimal.
But yeah, so hopefully we do better this week. And speaking of which, Caps at Bruins. Who's gonna win?
Caps at Bruins.
Yeah,
I'm not liking the Bruins. I think the Caps are gonna win.
I agree. Bruins suck.
Bruins suck.
Or they have been sucking recently.
They've been sucking.
Marchand's gone. They've kind of been struggling. Swayman is not performing like his usual self. They should have kept this.
Marshy.
Caps at Canes. Oh, I know what I'm going to pick already.
Caps.
Canes.
Canes?
I'm going to go with Carolina. Yeah, I think we've been struggling a little bit recently. Carolina's doing really well recently. Carolina. I mean, we'll still.
Aren't you first in your first in the league?
Second.
Second in the league.
But yeah, we're first in the conference at least.
First in your conference.
Panthers at Leafs. Ooh, that's a huge game. Massive game.
Leafs. Massive.
I'm gonna go with Toronto. Florida's not been playing as well as last time or last year.
I said Leafs too. Just so you
know. And
Massive?
Matthews and the Leafs in general have been playing really well. Nylander has 40 goals this season. Honor is one of the best assisters.
Massive.
Blackhawks at the Capitals. Capitals, yeah. Blackhawks aren't good. They're one of the first teams to get eliminated. Actually, 5 teams. 5 teams have been eliminated.
Connor Bedard needs to score more Michigans.
I think
there's only been 4 Michigans scored in the NHL. I think
this year or just in general.
In general, 4.
I think Matvey Michkov has tried more this season alone. Whatever.
Connor Bedard should score Michigan.
He probably will eventually, but
he scored 1 versus the Blues once.
Actually, this is an interesting question. I thought about this. Who do you ever have right now? If you're starting it for like a franchise, who do you ever have as a cornerstone player to build around? Macklin Celebrini or Connor Bedard?
Celebrini.
Yeah, I agree. He's a little bit better.
I love Celebrini.
Bedard's definitely good, but he's not lived quite up to the hype so
Bedard's
far.
Kind of carrying.
And Celebrini that's not saying much. The Blackhawks are actually they don't really have more talent.
Blackhawks as a team are way worse than the Sharks as a team.
Yeah,
because the Sharks have a ton of new talent.
Yeah, they're very young, which is a good thing in general.
Because they've got they've got room to get better, and their players are on average younger. I'm pretty sure.
I think so.
And the Blackhawks have people like Connor Bedard and Seth Jones, and that's pretty much.
Seth Jones got traded.
What?
Yeah, to Florida, I think. Not that long ago.
All right.
Forgot. Anyways, Rangers at Devils. No, I still was gonna go with them. It was iffy.
I'd say Devils.
Yeah, Devils are doing worse than I thought they would this year. Especially, they were doing pretty well at the beginning. They kind of struggled recently. However, still better than the Rangers. Not by a lot, but still a little bit better. I don't trust the Rangers anymore. But yeah, Columbus Blue Jackets at the Toronto Maple Leafs.
I'm gonna go with Leafs.
I'm gonna go with the Leafs. Jackets are good. They're actually doing really well for this year. I mean, Marchenko and Rowinski have been playing amazingly. However, they don't have the overall talent. They have a lot of good players at the top. They don't have the depth.
I think they have the most home wins in the league.
So they play really well at home.
They play really well at home.
Well, they are? No, okay, yeah, they're on the road.
But
so yeah, they're
on
losing.
The road, so.
Yeah, I really like the Jackets. I really want to see the Jackets make the playoffs because I really like them. And especially with Gaudreau earlier this year, I want to see them succeed. However, I don't think it's going to happen, unfortunately. With how tight the wild card race in the East.
Guys, are the Habs going to make the playoffs?
They are currently in the playoff spots somehow. So, yeah.
Somehow.
Anyways, lastly, Capitals at Islanders.
Caps.
Okay.
I don't know any Islanders fans. I don't know anybody who even likes the Islanders.
Yeah, I don't know any either. I know one kid from 3rd grade who said he liked the Islanders because he's from Iceland, and that was also an island.
Okay.
That's about all I know.
So, isn't every continent basically an island?
Well, not necessarily. I mean, not
define island.
A relatively small.
When does it say relatively small?
Less. I don't
Maybe
know.
we should talk about hockey.
Maybe we should talk about hockey. I don't know. Whatever. Anyways, so we're done with predictions. However, we're not done with the podcast.
Wait. I have something to say.
Don't touch it.
You know what?
Okay, so we're going to discuss the current first-round matchups, who we think would win if it started today, and how we feel about it in general. Are they a good matchup? Is it going to be a blowout? What? Capitals Canadians. Who do you think who'd win that?
Caps.
Yeah, Caps. I think they have to keep it closer than I think a lot of people would think they would, but...
Didn't we beat the Habs 7-2 a few minutes ago? Weeks ago.
I don't know. That's a good question. I think you did.
We definitely did.
But either way, the Habs will keep it competitive. But I'm going to say Washington in 6.
Washington in 6.
So I think because yeah, I mean it's a decent series. Habs are doing better than I thought they would, but still. Leafs, Senators.
Leafs.
That's a really good matchup because it's a big rivalry, close to
I like
each
the
other.
Leafs better.
Leafs are better.
But I like the Leafs better.
Yeah, Toronto.
But I like the Leafs
I'd say
better.
Toronto in 5. I think they're a fair bit better than the Sens.
5. I'll agree with 5.
Toronto in 5. Okay, Canes, Devils. I'll be honest. Devils have disappointed me this season. The Canes have been doing better than I thought they would. That could honestly end up being a blowout.
Canes in 5.
It's either gonna be Canes in 5 or Canes in 7, but I'm gonna go with Canes in 5. I agree with him. Lightning, Panthers. Ooh, that's a good matchup. Big rivalry.
Toronto,
Both been doing really well.
Is that the Floridian Thunders?
Yes, that's exactly what that is, Sam.
The
Good job.
Florida Thunders and the
Tampa Cougars, yeah.
Tampa Munchers.
Anyways, but that's a really good matchup. I don't actually know who I think's gonna win that.
Who? Which one?
Lightning, Panthers. My gut says Panthers, but at the same time, I can't help but feel like the Lightning are just gonna have for some reason, gonna win.
I'd go with Lightning in 7.
Yeah, I agree. Tampa in 7. It's gonna be a really, really, really good matchup. However, I think Tampa's a little bit better, and Kucherov's gonna carry.
Kucherov.
Jets, Blues.
Unless he gets injured.
Yeah. So this series is gonna go one of two ways: either A, Blues in 7, or B, Jets in 4, and there's like no in between.
I'm gonna go Jets in 4.
Yeah, Jets in 4. I think that St. Louis. I think St. Louis is playing a lot over their heads right now, actually, and I think they're maybe not overrated, but definitely overperforming what they really are.
What do you talk?
They're overperforming. The Blues are overperforming what they truly are, and they're kind of on a hot streak, and they're going to fall apart. Winnipeg's a lot better, and Hellebuyck's going to dominate, or he's going to fall apart like last year. Knights, Wild. Vegas in 4. Honestly, Wild looked terrible as of late. Not on top of the fact they beat us.
For Wild.
The Wild looked terrible as of late. You know the logo is cool, but yeah. So I'd say Vegas in 4. Sam?
I'll agree with it.
Yeah. Okay. Stars, Avalanche.
I'm gonna go with the Stars just because right now the Stars started doing really well. And I'm actually gonna change my playoff prediction. Stanley Cup winner, champion.
To Dallas. Yeah, nope. Not with DeBoer. You cannot trust Peter DeBoer in the playoffs.
I trust everyone. I trust everyone on the Stars. I'm the Stars.
I still say I don't know who I think of as of right now. Honestly,
I'm rooting for the Leafs, but I know they're not gonna make it far probably. So
they are playing the Bruins though.
My second choice is always gonna be the Stars.
I don't know what I think. Honestly, I think it's either going to be.
I wish we would play the Bruins so we would beat them because I know this year we would beat them.
You definitely would this year, or you lose in 7 games.
Marshy's gone.
Somehow, yeah. Dallas in 6.
Yeah.
Kings, Oilers.
Oilers.
Oilers in 5. They played each other. That's what happened the past like 2 or 3 times. So yeah, Edmonton in 5.
Yeah.
It always happens.
You know what? We should talk about March Madness, but I don't watch soccer, so like
it's basketball. Okay, who do you guys think is gonna win March Madness?
There's only Red Bull FC.
I think that it's gonna be
the Toronto Maple Leafs.
I'm predicting the Milwaukee Brewers are gonna win.
I don't watch the who? Is that even a basketball team?
It's a baseball team.
Oh, I didn't know soccer played basketball.
Wow. Anyways, thank you for watching.
Great baseball player.
Leave who you think is going to win the Stanley Cup in the comments below. What are you doing? And we will go ahead and turn it off since you're already up. Leave your thoughts in the comments below, and thank you for watching. Hi, Sam.